Bruce,
Daryl,
what's
good
happening,
evening.
man?
Ain't chilling, man. Tuesday night, so I guess it's all right for another episode of Music is the Key.
You came in with a rhyme right there, man. Hey, you look like you happy as Black History Month or something over there, man.
Got to be happy for something, right?
Right,
But
right, right.
yeah, man. You know, music is the key. Shedding light in these times. Staying strong. Shout out to everybody tuning in on YouTube, Twitch,
SoundCloud tomorrow.
tomorrow evening.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, tomorrow morning. Oh, they get it in the morning, bro. Don't play no games around here. Don't play
Oh,
no games.
so how
What's
you
been
been,
happening
man?
with you this week?
This week, man, going through some changes, positive changes, and
Oh, that's what's up.
you know, I've definitely been having a lot of reading and music that have added to those changes and made those changes even more positive. So it's definitely a week of renewal for me, uh, and I'm feeling good, man. It's good to be back, sitting here sharing music with you and
That's what's
everybody
up.
else. How about yourself, brother?
Hey, man. Just I just been chilling, man. I got to top it up with the record fairy. So anytime the record fairy is on, I get that in every episode. We always got to get a record fairy reference in. So yeah, man, make sure that I got that time in. Even if it was something just as simple as I'm thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, just got to make sure you stay in touch with those that you love, man. I think that's one thing throughout this week that's probably been a constant on my brain is just making sure I stay in touch with my real friends, man. I know a lot of times, man, in this day and age, everybody's so caught up in like building up all of these different friends on these different platforms for whatever reason. But I'm into real human interactions, and it's one thing to have a bunch of numbers behind you, but if those numbers don't support what you're actually doing, it's like, really what's the point, man? I don't want to turn into like a flossing game or something like that. Like, oh yeah, I got this many followers and that. And that's corny to me, man. So I just want to make sure that, you know, especially in these times that I just reach out to folks that I know love me and got my back and me the same.
Likewise, likewise, very important, man. I actually I saw something today that was kind of profound to me in regards to speaking with those who you care about, friends, family, and so forth. And say you see somebody like once a year, once or twice a year, right? Um, and say I don't want to sound dark here, but say you got another you know 50 years to live. You know, once a year, that's 50 more times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so as opposed to thinking about it like, I get to spend X number of days with this person or whatever. It's like you've got that many more times to see them, you know, before it's on to the next generation.
That's right.
And that just really struck me. I just wanted to share that really struck me today. You know, so yeah, man. So I had a phone call with my uncle earlier. That was a beautiful thing. Spoke with you. Um, you know,
Got to speak with your family, man.
yeah,
Speaking of, shout out to family, man. This is nice,
that's a big boy's barbecue sauce right there, man.
bruh. I had some of this yesterday. I mean, as you saw on the video, man. Oh, this was wonderful, man.
It's
It's just
straight out of
good.
yeah, it's just good, man. Straight out of coastal Pennsylvania. You know, with a taste of the South. North Carolina vinegar, and you got a sweet and tangy molasses flavor in there as well.
So it's more than one flavor.
It's more than one flavor. It's
Eh,
multiple flavors.
Oh, inside of the bottle.
Yes.
Okay,
You
I
know.
thought you were saying it was different types. I'm like, wait a minute now. I only ordered one. Now hold on. I need the collection.
It all goes into the blend, man.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, no, it's a wonderful
Anything,
blend.
man. Yeah,
It's a very
just
tasty,
good,
wonderful
man.
blend.
It's just good.
It is just good, man.
It's
You
just
can hear
good.
all the LA out there too right now, man. Boy, I don't know what's going on out there, but everybody having a little fun, man. Hey, what you got on the music pattern for us to start off with today, man?
Today, I'm gonna start off with an album that I had an early on in my record collecting experiences. I had a copy of this album and I scratched it.
Mm.
I think it had one scratch on it, but I scratched it another time, being careless with it. And that copy had a beautiful cover. Years later, it's been gone for a while. I found another copy of it, albeit a reissue. The cover's not as great of a design as the original, but the music is just the same.
Yeah.
And that is Ain't No Need of Crying by the Rance Allen Group. This album was originally released 75 on Stax Records. Produced by David Porter. That's David Porter and Isaac Hayes, songwriting duo. And this is my personal favorite Rance Allen Group album. Followed up by the one they did with the Mizell brothers. But this is my favorite album. Look it up on Discogs and you'll see the original cover. It's pretty dope. It's almost psychedelic in a sense. But the Rance Allen Group, Ain't No Need of Crying. And the joint I'm going to play is called The Painter. We'll play the first, minute or so of it, and y'all will get the picture. So the Rance Allen Group, The Painter.
I'm gonna paint a new day. I'm gonna paint a new day. If I could wake up tomorrow with the power to create all my dreams, I would make some changes, put love back into everything. Having the power in my brush to change the face of all mankind with just one tender touch. I would start with all the babies and paint a future in their hearts. Future would read, little baby,
The Painter.
though you are poor.
Stax Records, 1975. Message music.
You can't never go wrong with Rance, man. Like I said many moons ago, that beautiful falsetto, man, that man singing, that was young Rance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he had that for a long time.
Yeah. Beautiful voice, man. Beautiful voice. I'm just happy I got a chance to see him live in my lifetime, man. Phew. That man's voice blessed me and touched me many, 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 many times.
I can only imagine that experience, catching him live.
Seeing it live, and I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I caught the spirit off his voice or nothing like that, but it was a lot of people that did. I was just amazed at a person. I think after you get over the movements, what I'm saying, like when he sings, because he moves his whole body when he sings. But after you get over that, after those giggles are over, and you start really listening and feeling the power of his voice, that's a whole nother experience, man. Yeah. Like I said, I'm very happy in my lifetime I had the opportunity to catch that.
Right, so what you got for us now, brother?
Well, we can go over to the UK, man. We always start off with a friend, and I'm gonna start off with my friend Cody Tatum, man. He did this album, was early 2000s under the name Agent K.
Me up on this.
One of my very, very, very favorite records that I have in my collection, man. It's so many different cuts on here, man. That was in that time of Broken Beat. You know how that,
That was an amazing period of music.
It was a beautiful period of music, man. And anytime that I think that was in that time when I was really into Timberland, and the Bugs and Addict crew to me was the closest thing to that without being that. Because Timberland was more on the pop side, he could do
Mhm.
everything. But these cats, man, because and how I got into them was through again 91.9 WCOK. Jamal Ahmed had a Friday night show called Universal Universal Love or something like that. It was on
Still
Friday
does
night.
it. Still
He still
does it.
does it on Friday nights.
Sure. Shout out to Jamal Ahmed. Yes, sir.
Okay, he did it on a Friday night, and he played this song called "Ladies First." And I was recording because I used to record everything he would do, so I could have it during the week because I never heard music like that before. And I was playing this back the next night, and when I tell you, it woke me up out of my sleep. Like, what is this? First, I thought I was having a dream or I was hearing a song. Have you ever had that dream before? Because you do music. Have you ever just dreamed music in your sleep?
I
And
have. I
yeah,
have, man.
that's a
And you just got like get it out. You know what I mean?
you got to
Re-
get up and get it out.
Yeah. Pause.
Right. When I heard first time but I'm not gonna play ladies first right now. But yeah, I heard you. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm being family oriented today. So but when I heard
I'm
it,
just fooling, man.
I heard the beat jumping, and I was like, yo, who is this guy? I thought it was in my dream. So I literally jumped up at my beat machine and I realized my tape player was playing. So I got up the next morning, which would have been a Sunday morning, and I went to the old Moods Music location. And I talked to Daryl. It's the one that was directly across the street from where they are right now. And I said,
Okay.
Daryl, who is this Agent K guy? Please tell me you had it. He said, oh, yeah, I got one sitting right there. And I've been in love ever since, man. And throughout the years, I had the opportunity to meet him on one of my birthdays. Like I was close to 40. So I had the opportunity to meet him. And from then on, man, we just always kept in touch and, send each other WhatsApps, and he'll send me something he's working on, or I'll send him something I'm working on. So, what I'm saying? Always kept that love. But right now I'm getting ready to feature my favorite song off of this album, and it's called Hands. And when you hear all of these instruments, it was the first question I asked him. I was like, how did you play the bass like that? How did you do it? He said, no, I did everything through Logic. So every instrument that you hear on this song, organs, everything, he did it all through Logic. And it blew my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the song for you guys now, man. From the Kungas, everything is all done on Logic. But check this out.
That's amazing.
Here we go, y'all. Taste it. I guess I jumped in a little too early. That was it. The bass line ain't even came in yet. I'm gonna turn this thing off, man, before I get stuck, because this is one of them songs for me, man. It'll keep me.
That's a jam, man. That's a groove. What year is that?
I want to say it's 02. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Hold on.
Sounds just as fresh as ever.
02. 02. Yeah.
Which is
So
19 years ago.
if you ever get a chance, man, get out here and go. If you can find this thing, you can find it digitally, find it on wax. Agent K, Feed the Cat. Go out and buy that thing, man. This is a beautiful song, man. It's so many different songs off of this. I'm sure we'll probably hear from this another time later on, within the show, man, because, again, this is one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, he really is a prolific, post 2000 artist. I mean, even though he was, making music before that, but in this era of post, he is incredible. All the projects he's been involved with, solo, group.
Yep.
The level of musicianship.
Always on the highest level, man. Kaidi, man. Shout out to Kaidi. Kaidi, I love you, man. Man, I can't wait to, we open back up, man, so we can reconnect again, man. It's one of the coolest albums I own. I'll say that, and I don't mind who I say that to. Like, I really love this album.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna follow that up with I had a few directions I was gonna go, but something sonically, even though arrangement-wise, what I'm gonna play is different. I think sonically, it touches on some of the same emotions, just in a different melodic way or rhythmic way. And this is a Brazilian TV show soundtrack, Locomotivas, and beautiful cover, and it has a few great songs on it, more than a few. But the one I'm going to be playing is by the prolific soul man Cassiano, and it's called Colossal. Colossal is translates the collection, and I can't do a direct translation right now, but the song is about loving somebody, and I think them not really wanting you back or something like that. But regardless of the content, song wise, it's just beautiful. His voice is beautiful. The arrangement is beautiful. And let me stop speaking and running myself in laps, and let's play this joint. Cassiano, Colossal.
Você gosta de brincar de amores, mas ó, comigo não. Sei também que você, eu não sei mais nada. Um dia você vai ouvir de alguém.
Listen to the strings and the chord progression. That's really.
Então irá pensar como eu sonhei em vão. Não vá ou vá, você é quem quer saber, eu amo você. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You heard that? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. You got the ad-libs in there, doing his little ad-libs, the harmonies in the background, the strings. Really beautiful song, man.
I actually forgot we were listening to Brazilian music when it first came on. It sounded like Philadelphia Strings.
Right. Exactly, exactly. And he did that a lot actually around this time, and he sings it with like the same cadence that American soul singer would sing it in, but he has like this kind of unique. Uh,
I wish I knew what he was saying when he said
voice.
"oh gee," when he said something like that. What did he say?
I'm not even sure which part you're referencing, but I can look it back.
Você é quem quer saber. Eu amo, quer saber. Eu amo, quer saber. Eu amo,
Boy, them, it's it's funny
você.
how prevalent gospel music is, though. If you think about it,
Isn't that amazing? Thousands of miles away.
gospel music is prevalent, man.
It
Like
sure is.
those were all runs, chords that you would play in church, doom 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 doom, bass lines. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounded like an American gospel song, even though it was probably a love song.
Yeah, and it really is amazing.
I can't hear you.
We good? There we go. So it's really amazing how you know back then this song's from 71, 72, um originally, uh but back then with even what now seems like limited forms of communication that you know entire cultures reverberated, you know towards one another,
That's
and
true.
having those influences crisscross, and it makes you imagine how much we can actually accomplish now that we have even broader forms of communication possible. So it's definitely always something to think about. You're in all looking at the past for these beautiful creations, but it also is like a template for the future. You know what I mean?
It's funny that you say that, and I know it kind of goes hand in hand a little bit. But I just did that night ride show with my niece, and I was sitting back thinking about it as we were choosing songs to play. Like she was picking up hers, I was picking up mine, and the common theme that I felt a lot of the songs was outside of the couple that I dropped in was that you could tell the R&B kids who grew up in church, and you could tell the R&B kids who are just a part of a vibe, or you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of my friends would say, "Oh man, it all sounds so sleepy. It all sounds so whiny. It all sounds so laid back and chill." But they don't have that influence that a Jodeci or a Boys to Men, or you know what I'm saying? Like people love 90s R&B so much, but that 90s R&B, I mean, I'm sorry, 90s R&B so much, but the 90s R&B, the 80s gospel and R&B laid the foundation for that. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like all of those type of musics really kind of went hand in hand. So now you just get like a music really that really doesn't have a soul. It's just more of a vibe, whatever that is. I don't
Yeah,
even,
whatever. I saw something about like Christmas songs, and there were some newer Christmas songs or whatever, and it was just like, what makes this a Christmas song? Because you used the word Christmas. You know what I mean?
it is though. That's the only difference.
Yeah, it's like there's like nothing behind it. What that quote unquote soul is just these experiences that made these genres come to be about. And I guess that plays into what you were saying, like the vibers, and then the actual looking for the certain spiritual content within
Yeah.
music, and that's what the Jodeci, and you hear that in the vocals,
It was a it was
and
a
the way he
spiritual, it's a
arranges things
spiritual.
out. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
Yeah, it's like
The arrangements complementing the vocals and taking it,
today's
somewhere.
some of today's, not all, but some of today's
Right.
music, it seems like it doesn't have that spiritual. It's just more. It's more manufactured. It's not.
A disconnect.
Oh, it's very, for me, it's a disconnect for some, not all, because like again, some of the stuff, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be in there singing and bouncing just like everybody else.
Yeah, you don't want to paint a broad brush, but
No, never.
There exists some of these things, and that's
Yeah,
what we want to.
never. Well,
So what you got for us, man?
man, I got this record out of the UK, man. 1987. That's funny. I love it when I get records and they still have the DJ liner notes in them. Like, this is a white label single from the Secret Promotions record label out in the UK. You know what I'm saying? And this was slated April 11th, 1987. And this was just a debut release for an artist named Dave Collins. The song is called Good Lovin'. A lot of the songs I'm gonna play for you guys today is all probably Night Ride songs. I think I'm still in that type of mode because, in doing that younger show with my niece, I didn't really get to capture the soul and emotion of probably what I felt more of anything this month. So I'm probably will be a little bit more of that during this show. But name of this song is called Good Lovin', man. I love it. Something, like I said, something I've played. Night Rides 2019, I played this, man. So let's go ahead and listen to it now for you guys that are new to us and don't even know what Night Rides is.
Oh yeah. The love I've been searching for is here at last. Yearning for something more is a thing of the past. I know she's the one I wanna see when the day's done. No, I don't need to wonder why, 'cause my heart is satisfied. Baby gives me good, good loving. She's always on time. She gives me plenty kissing again. She's got love so fine, so fine, so fine. My lady knows I really care.
You know what I'm saying, Bruce?
I treat her right.
Got that thing to it, man.
Moment
But
we
yeah, out of the UK,
share
man.
is like
Dave Collins, Good
paradise.
Lovin', man. It's just a good song, man. Good
I
song
know
overall.
I'm lucky to be
It sounds
the
like
one
it
you
could
want
be a
for
US thing.
company.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about, United States music is, man, the impact that we've had, I'm saying we as a country on the music industry has just been beautiful. And the contributions that other people have given back just as cold. You know what I'm saying?
And you can kind of tell, the early, I guess, like the early roots of what became things like Broken Beat. You know what I mean?
That's
Within
right.
The,
Yeah.
symphonic and rhythmic arrangements that are working out there. That kind of spareness, but it's full with the chord changes that happen every so.
I think so. The soul made it really, you know what I'm saying? They kind of really locked it up. And then from then, Bugs in the Attic and For Hero and things like that just took off, man. So yeah, most definitely.
All right. So following up with that, this is somebody who I unfortunately don't think I appreciated enough during their lifetime, and that is the legendary Al Jarreau. Um, and it wasn't too far from when he passed on that I first started going back and reassessing or really looking at for the first time certain things that I kind of just overlooked for uh, for petty reasons, uh, let's say. And this song in particular, I believe I heard on WCLK, and this is his take on Take Five, Dave Brubeck's Take Five. So Al does a vocal rendition. It's amazing. I'll let y'all hear for yourselves. But it was released as a single from his live album. I don't have the LP. It's like a black cover. I think he might have like a red shirt on. He got the mic in his hand. That live joint. Um, and it's like a 6 minute song. And they actually cut a single, a 7 inch at 33 and a third, and fit the full version on a single. Um, there's also a regular single version of it, which is like edited down, at 45, but this is the 33 and it's a full joint. So, Al Jarreau, Take Five. Gotta listen.
Could you take a little bit of time? I really want to see you. Could you take a little bit of time, baby? I want to see you better. Could you spend a little bit, spend a little bit of time? Would you take a little bit of time? We fool around, jump down, fool around, cause you fool around. Say 1 2 3 and 4 5 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 1 2 3. Now can you count 1 2 3? Singing like a bone and a pound, a pound, and a
Al was a fool with it, man.
No,
Al,
no, no,
just have to take a little time out with me. Well, just take 5, just take 5. Just have to
So,
busy day and take the time
yeah,
out
Al
to see
Jarreau, man.
that I'm alive, I'm alive.
I'm really glad that I did go back and
not a single word do we say. So
listen to a lot of the stuff because I was missing out beforehand. And this is just one of those examples. I love every version of Take Five that I hear personally.
You start a little
but-
conversation now, it's all right. When you take it by.
Just using the vocals as an instrument, he was really on, in a class of his own.
man. That's another artist I'm grateful that I grew up having to be able to see and to hear. I woke up every morning, the morning Mr. Radio, morning Mr. Cheerio, man. I'm so thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? I looked at Al Jarreau as like the coolest dude ever. You know what I'm saying? He actually looked like one of my uncles, man. Like the way he would dance around and do those little dances when he sang, man. It just reminds me of such a greater, happier period of life.
And it also it has like that double time feel, even though it's in with a 5.4 meter, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, listeners. But it has like this double time feel to it, which gives it this certain bounce. You know what I mean? And it's that same kind of bounce that the broken beat stuff play off on, you know.
That's true. That's true.
So, you know, it's all these influences, you know, crisscrossing generations. It's really beautiful.
Definitely got to shout out my family down there in the Strong Beach. Shout out to Deidre and Leah down there checking us out, man, watching us. You know, yeah. And shout out to you too. That's whoever that's here, tuning in, listening,
Yes.
inviting us into your homes. Now,
What you got for us, brother?
this is not even going to be one of them deep cuts, man. This is,
Oh man.
I'm taking it back to the essence of R&B. I grew up in a day and age where the argument was, who you got, Freddie or Luther? Luther or Freddie? That was really an argument, and people of age can really tell you that, man. That was an argument. I remember I was having a conversation with some friends, and they were asking me, they were like, who was even in Luther's vocal range? And I'm like, Freddie. You know what I'm saying? Because Freddie could do those things with his voice too. Luther was more pure though, you know what I'm saying? But you can't deny Freddie Jackson. So I'm going to play one of my favorite Freddie Jackson songs right now. I Don't Want to Lose Your Love, man. It's just, again, it represents a sincere time of R&B, man, where people they just let you know what they were feeling, man. And and men spoke their heart, you know, no matter who they were singing to, they spoke their heart, man. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and play this right now.
They can take all my money. That won't bring me pain. The power of your love beside me beats all material things. They can have all my possessions and scandalize my name. I can handle all the pressure if your love only stays the same. I don't wanna lose your love, 'cause you mean the world to me. Don't wanna lose your love and all that we've come to be.
Bruh, that's the kind of R&B fan I miss, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's nice.
And I'm so into you.
just cold-blooded.
Nothing else could be better.
Who produced this one?
Bruce, you hit me with the off the top. McFadden and Whitehead.
Okay.
Ain't no stopping us now. You know what I'm saying?
And what year was this? Is this Capitol Records?
Yeah. What year you think this is?
83.
86.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's just a beautiful song, man. Written, produced, vocalized. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong. Like, I don't know. A lot of folks try to say what the essence of stuff is. To me, the essence is saying how you feel. And nothing says more than how you feel than I don't want to lose your love. And he got on that wrestling belt on y'all boys. Well, y'all don't see nothing. I need that belt right now. Today, I would wear this outfit.
He didn't want to lose. So who do you got, Freddie or Luther?
You can't go wrong with either one. Right here in my hand, to be honest with you, this was more of my preference. I felt like Luther was more my grandmother's preference. You can't go wrong.
Mhm.
I'm not saying Luther was my grandmother's music, but it was something younger about that his sound to me. Luther's sound was sophisticated, mature, and everything that he is. You know what I'm saying? Freddie had he had more. I don't know. It was just younger. It was a younger sound. Like he had producers like Paul Lawrence and McFadden and Whitehead, stuff like that. People that gave him a younger sound. Luther was just, I mean, he's undefeated, bro. I mean, you can't put anybody up against Luther, but I think if you're gonna get somebody that's gonna be in that fight, it's gotta be Freddie Jackson.
Are they about the same age? Were they about the same
I
age?
think so. I think so because I know. I remember. I think it was talking with Paul Lawrence on a Take It Out on the Groove interview. He was saying that he and Freddie Jackson was in church in the late 70s. They were at church together. That's how he ended up. It was easier to produce and say, "Hey, man, that's my man. Go get him." And that was in the late 70s. And I know Luther, his first albums came out around the mid 70s. He had 2 solo albums in the 70s, which I have them both here. Yeah.
Didn't one of those come out under the name Luther? Just Luther?
One of them, I think that was the first one, and then the second one was a green cover. And yeah, I'll look over here and grab them. Yeah, the first one had that metallic, like mirror looking cover, just Luther, and then the second one had that green cover. He was just kind of standing on the wall with some young ladies there. It's a couple little bops on that thing. I hate saying slappers. I can't stand that word, man. Yo, some slaps on that. No, bro, don't say that to me.
But another thing I think is cool about Luther is that his background singing, I feel, gets a lot of recognition. It actually does get recognized.
Yeah.
Think about that, for your background vocals to be recognized,
Yeah, and think about some of his background singers: Tawatha Agee, Mtume, just Lisa Fisher.
I'm not sure, brother.
I literally just drew a blank. I'm looking at her, but he had some of the coldest background vocalists. They were all solo singers.
Right.
So
and then doing stuff with Change as well, background and solo.
That's true.
Lead vocal.
That's true.
So he made a lot of basically outside vocal contributions, in the late 70s, early 80s. That was really prolific.
I want to find his jingle work in the early 70s. That's what I want to find, because that was another thing that Kashif told me, like around that time they were all doing jingle work together. So yeah, I want to find those.
Almost like a
radio jingles
type thing.
Yeah, radio jingles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this next joint I don't really have too much information on it. Another 7-inch by singer Clyde Wilson, and it's called "If You'll Be My Girl." It's a little jazzy. It has like this loose swing to it, almost like a Dilla-esque type thing. Think the last song that I played, Colossal by Cassiano, and then add like a Dilla kind of feel to it, with a touch of like Southern Soul. And that's what this song, "If You Be My Girl" by Clyde Wilson reminds me of. So without further ado, Clyde Wilson.
Baby, oh baby, I'm yours forever. I'll do what you command. I'd walk the desert, girl, and count every grain of sand. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. If you'd be my girl.
That's the part I love.
Oh, baby.
I'd follow the rainbow, bring back that pot of gold. Yes, darling, I'd even give my soul. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. If you'd be my girl,
Clyde
know I
Wilson,
need you,
If You Be My Girl. And that's on the SMC label.
you're so good to me.
I don't really know what they've done. This is the only thing I have from that label, SMC. And the flip side is dope as well. And by the price sticker, I got this one at Horizon Records in Greenville, South Carolina.
Horizon.
Horizon Records. Yep. So shout out to Horizon Records. Cool place to shop. Haven't been up to Greenville for a while, but maybe I'll get up there at some point.
Well, I think I'm gonna stay in the year. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna stay in the late '80s right now. Take this thing back to 1987. It's funny when Ox said that. You know that, like I said, that's my wheelhouse, man. 86, 87, 88 for songs I really love to spin. Here's another favorite of mine. It's actually a gospel song. It's a lady that my mother used to play a lot. She goes by the name of Vanessa Bell Armstrong, and this is one of those crossover R&B gospel kind of songs. I remember it was like a big stir in the church, you know, like, oh man, she's losing her gospel roots, you know, because of this R&B sound that she's putting out. Like, what is she doing? I remember that. Like, I can, as an 11, 10 going on 11, because I would have been 11 at the end of the year. I can remember that as you and I are talking right now, man. But it's Vanessa Bell Armstrong, Pressing On. Got a nice little skating rink. I remember, man, hearing this in skating rinks and on it wasn't KJLH. I just drew a blank, but just hearing it on the radio, I definitely heard it on V103 out there, and on Sunday mornings, WCLK, Wandalyn Stokes used to be their gospel person. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and play this thing, man. Vanessa Bell Armstrong, Pressing On.
When I thought that I was hurt, yes I did. But I think that I've been through the worst. So I just keep pressing on and on. Pressing on and on. There were days when I thought I wouldn't make it through the night. Hard times all around, I wouldn't let it get me down. That's right. There were times when I thought that I was hurt. Yes, I did. But I think that I've been through the worst. So I just keep pressing on and on. I know I took some licking, but I just keep on ticking. Pressing on and on. Oh, yes,
Yeah, man.
but I'm blessed with special love.
That's some real gospel music for you, man. That was crossover gospel back in 1987. So, like, imagine the stir behind something like that. And this is a traditional gospel singer, but she jumped into that contemporary gospel realm with this right here, man. She was out of the park.
That's a jam too. That's a jam. Now is that like an independent label release?
No, that's on Jive.
It's on Jive. Okay.
Yeah, that's on Jive. Again, you know what I'm saying? That goes back when those secular labels start trying to grab the gospel singers. Yeah, now they didn't get her, but you know what I'm saying. She definitely made a banger right there. You know, did something for the kids, man. Like those are the songs that like we would basically. Yeah, it's funny, man. RC said motivational music. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It was gospel music. It wasn't. It wasn't. It definitely was. It was gospel music. You know, at that time, it was just crossover. Just crossed over. You know, now in this day and age, we would we would kind of give it that title, man. But good old fashioned gospel, she would even tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like Vanessa Bell Armstrong, pressing on. Yeah, this is one of those grails to me, man. Like, yeah, this one hits hard because I know this one. I lived this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow this up with a recent find of mine. Another gospel joint following the gospel theme out of Chicago, and it's by the Salem Travelers of Chicago. Salem Travelers of Chicago, entitled "Children of the Spirit." It's a 45 from 1976. I don't believe it's on an album. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone. Just a good groove, good message music as well, positive vibrations. So the Salem Travelers of Chicago, Children of the Spirit.
Such a long, long time. Our clothes are old, worn and torn from such a long, hard journey.
Of Chicago, Children of the Spirit.
We're tired, and we need to rest now.
And even that, is a secular. Blues funk, you know what I mean?
That's that blues from Saturday. That's that Saturday night blues, and then they came into the church in the morning and gave the same vibe. Yeah, same rhythm and blues.
Just like soldiers,
so we see
fighting
those,
on the battlefield.
That struggle of being on the line of secular and gospel has been
Fighting all
since
the
recorded
time.
history,
And that's why I said
at different points. Then this
we
is
are the
75,
children
and then
of the Spirit.
87 when Vanessa dropped her joint.
We
Recurring
are
theme.
children of the Spirit.
It really expresses our humanity in an odd kind of way. Always striving and struggling, trying to understand. So, message me.
We searched all over the world,
Regardless of what the lyrics are, you know what I'm saying?
trying to find out why.
That's
It
funny.
can be a feeling, that makes you think a certain way.
He said we are children of the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. RC, hey, RC's funny in the comments. RC said I dropped the non-hype beast gospel. Yeah, I do because I'm a church kid, bro. Like, I grew up in the church, so it's not like I'm catching back up to something. I grew up literally in the church, and now I don't always reflect that in my attitude of today. Oh, bless the Lord. But I grew up in that. So yeah, a lot of that music sticks home to me. But this next track I'm getting ready to play is definitely not a gospel track. It's by an artist who goes by the name of Linda Dawn. I just recently was put on to her. Um, I was just literally recently put on to her, maybe late last year. Everybody was just going crazy over this album, and I'm like, yo, what is this album? And a couple weeks ago, Saltbox Records, um, they had Saltbox Records had it up for sale, and I was just one of those people like, hey, mine, let me get that. And I hit sold in the comments, and thank God he still had another copy, and I was able to get it. But this track I'm getting ready to play is called "Move," and if you guys are or familiar with a group called Silhouette Brown, they did a song. Silhouette Brown was Dago. I think Kaidi did some work with them. Lady Alma was in the second. She was in the second part of it was two different groups. It was one was a European singer, and Lady Alma took over on the second album. And I don't have the album in front of me. It's in my Atlanta collection, which we will have those very soon. But
so you got more than 8 cubes?
Oh, we'll get into that cube conversation in a minute. Yeah, I have more than 8 cubes. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, dudes counting cubes. But the name of this song is called "Move," but it's actually a remake of a song called "Just a Little More." So if you get the first Silhouette Brown album, and it might have been called two, it's a song on there called "Just a Little More." It was the last song of the album, if I'm correct. This is the replay of it. Linda Dawn, make your move. Ain't this cold blooded?
Yeah, this is a bop, as they would say.
Man, I'm telling you, the original song came from Silhouette Brown, and it was just on the Silhouette Brown album too. Clearly was the second album. But the lady's name was Deborah Jordan. I had to make sure I give her I had to make sure I gave her propers, man, because Deborah Jordan sang the original "Just a Little More." She killed that song, bro. But this is definitely when people remake songs, I always say, if you're gonna do it right. She did this thing right. So if you guys are able, make sure you go buy this Linda Dawn album. I'm just really getting acquainted with it because I bought it literally on some hype beast kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just one of those albums that everybody was going crazy over last year, and I saw it was available, so I kind of jumped on it, not really knowing much about the artist, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that was a cover. Shout out to my man Mike Zarin. He actually sent me her album on Spotify at some point around when it came out. I didn't recognize the name. Then you play that joint. It's nasty, man. It really is. And I have to try to find myself a copy of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the original. I'll bring the original back. I'm making a trip to Atlanta next week, so everything will be back in 2 weeks. So yeah, we'll definitely play the Cube game then. We'll play the Cube game.
Man, I definitely thought you had 8 cubes, man. I was like, hey, I got 8 cubes too.
Oh my God, man. I didn't realize that people were counting folks' cubes, man. We were just it was funny. I was telling Bruce, someone hit me up, man, and was like, hey man, you know, I'm just like you. I was like, oh yeah, man, we all are human, And he's like, no, man, I got 8 cubes too. And I was like, oh man, like oh wow, that's cute,
He was just hungry to learn. That's all.
No, he was, man, and bless the Lord, man, bro.
He's just hungry for knowledge.
Whether you got 8 cubes, 2 cubes, 1,000 cubes, however many cubes you got, man, it's really the quality of music that you have. You can have a gang of records if you don't really know what to do with them. It really doesn't matter. You just have them for show. So just know your records.
And you see, that's why I don't even try to show my cubes. You know what I mean? Y'all just get the wall. Y'all just get the wall. I don't even show my cubes.
You worked hard on that wall, though, man, and it goes with your shirt. You fit the decor.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
My wife Ashley.
Yeah. See, I'm bright and colorful, so I just needed that. Yeah. The cubes match the color. That's all.
So hopping off this cube talk, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Before we hurt somebody, brother, I love you. Whomever you were that DM'd me, I don't want to say your name, but I love you, brother.
Yeah, man. Join us, and you can watch Daryl's cubes, and and see what he pulls from them. You know what I mean? Like 8 cubes to pull from. He got some joints in there, man.
I'm about to get some water, man, and I don't have COVID, y'all. I just need some water.
But this next joint I'm gonna play, I feel like it plays off that Lydia Dawn joint, in a sense. Now this song is from '72 by Lani Hall, which was Herb Alpert's wife. She was her own person, but she was married to music producer Herb Alpert. I think they're still together now. And she had sung with Sergio Mendes in the Brazil '66. Boom. This is her in the back.
Right there. I know that album.
Yeah. So big hit. Big hit with Mais Que Nada on it. Yeah, so she was one of the vocalists in Sergio Mendes' group. She also did a few solo albums, and her first solo, which is the one I have, it has one really standout song to me. There's a few really nice, just kind of mellow, pop soul cuts on it, with some nice little grooves. But this song, it's like down tempo cut. That's why I say it reminds me of the Lydia Dawn, just kind of that young, fly, fresh sounds. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny me saying that, this being produced by Herb Alpert,
right? Young, flying, fresh. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just that generational vibe, And Lani Hall, Love Song.
I have to say will be simple, but they're true. Until you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer
That's a beautiful song.
It really is, man. It really is. You know, got the dope, backbeat going on.
That bass line is crazy. That bass line is everything.
She
I
had
like
some
that
mean,
bass line.
she had some mean session musicians. I don't have the LP in front of me right now, but this was the promo 45. Trying to get that glare. Lanny Hall, love song. Snap your, phones, grab that picture. Great song, great song.
Yeah, I think that'll be one of those ones. Every week you always got one that always jump right on Discogs and snatch up. I think that'll be one of them. That'll definitely be one of them. This song also has some crazy session musicians. This is Lenny White. I'm getting ready to play Didn't Know About Love Till I Found You, another song I featured on the Night Rides many moons ago. But you'll have Bernard Wright playing the acoustic piano. You got Marcus Miller playing the bass. Lenny White on the drums. Like, just right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a big three right there. So let's just go ahead and let's get to it, man. I always love the keys of Bernard Wright, but you really getting ready to get them featured on this song. So let's go ahead and do it. Another song that could go either way, man. It's like one of those songs that you could be talking about your lady, or you could be talking about God, man. Like a lot of church songs are love songs. You're just talking about your love for a higher power. So let's go ahead and do this thing, man. Didn't Know About Love Till I Found You. Listen to it. Get one more verse of this. We got to get one more verse of this because the second verse is the verse.
No need to explain. Seems we feel the same. Our love is the best. Baby, now I know. Let my feelings show and I'll pass the test. You compliment my good intent. You bring out the best in me. Let's be positive. We both have so much love to give. This is where we wanna be. Yeah. I never knew how happy I could be till your precious love came along and rescued me. I didn't know about love till I found you. I didn't know about love till I found you.
You know, what else is it to say about this, man? Beautiful. Yeah, it's a cold solo in here, man. That happens, man. It's just a beautiful song. They were all young cats.
So they added that certain little. I'm gonna go back to this word again. Bop. They added this little, bop. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That early, hip hop funk, live feeling.
This album is
This and shit.
beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm finna get off of this though. Your turn, man. What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got?
Right. So you made me switch up once again, but it's an artist who I actually was talking about a day ago with a coworker, and that is Phyllis Hyman, and this is her debut album, Buddha Records, 1977. Half of it was produced by my man Onaji Allen Gums, and the other half was produced by, say, Jerry Peters. So she really had all-star musicians behind her for this first album. Will Lieb, which is Spike Lee's father, who also played on a lot of deep jazz records. Virgil Jones on trumpet, Cecil Bridgewater, Charles Sullivan. Those are all guys who played on Strata East releases. Onaji Allen Gums on piano, who then did a lot of jazz, kind of R&B or jazz, modern funk, kind of releases. So you see this melding of worlds and of influences, and then Phyllis. There's not really too much I can add on to what has been said about her voice, nor her abilities as a vocalist. Just like Al Jarreau earlier, just a master of the voice and being able to control it. Phyllis Hyman is it. And my favorite song on this album is on the B-side, The Nightbird Gets the Love. And who wrote it? Okay, so she didn't write it, but it's produced by Onaji, Aaron Bullock on guitar, Anthony Jackson on bass, Victor Lewis on drums. Just a beautiful, Quiet Storm jam. And I think y'all will dig this too. So Phyllis Hyman, The Nightbird Gets the Love.
I used to rise up in the morning just about the crack of dawn, and I'd struggle to the bathroom, try to put my makeup on. I tried to get myself together to join the daily push and shove. Spend my daytime working. There was no time for making love till you came along and spoke my name. Now I am a nightbird soaring through the night. Now I am a nightbird. Everything's feeling alright. 'Cause I found out that the early bird gets a business, but the night bird gets a love. Oh, I found out that the early bird gets the business, but the night bird gets the love.
Really just a beautiful track.
Yeah.
Great lyrics. Phyllis Hyman. She left a beautiful legacy for us all to appreciate and gain strength and happiness and joy from.
comes up, and I spread my wings across your
Shout out to Phyllis's Legacy.
I
Phyllis,
feel your loving come. And we fly to quiet places, flying gently as a dove. Spend my night times grooving now. The night's my time for love. Since you came along, it's for my name. Now I am a night bird.
Phyllis sound.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you can't go wrong with her. It was funny when you're talking about that being her first album. I was thinking about a conversation I had with Howard Johnson, and he was saying how they used to sing together back in Miami, and it just, man, that voice, her voice is just so classic and it's so timeless. Like she's another one of those, man, those beautiful voices of our generation that just, phew, like she's undeniable.
A true artist.
Undeniable.
True artist.
Well, we're gonna go from there to it was funny because you were selling this album, so you made me pull it back out. I was actually gonna just kind of leave it kind of sitting there, and I was like, no, I can't do that because this album is very special to me. This is an album that me and the Record Fairy would play together, man. Just sitting back, just listening to music. And this next song I'm getting ready to play, Love So Fine, I dedicate this to the Record Fairy, man, because every time I hear this, I think of her. I actually shared this on the Night Rides a month or two ago, just because, man, Love So Fine. Let's just listen to it. I'm going to do this song justice. We're not going to do that. We're going to take it back. We're going to start it in its proper, and we're going to hear this song the way it's supposed to be heard. Oh, bless the Lord.
Mine. Love with you and me will always stay. Making love to you all of the day. Life for us can be just what you see. All the things we need to set us free. Your life is happy and your smile is bright. Girl, I love you when you're holding me tight. When you say through your heart that you love me and that we will not part. Love with you and me can be so fine. All because I know that you are mine. Love with you and me will always stay. Making love to you all of the day.
Shout out to the Record Fairy. This is for you. I love so fine. Yes. What you got, Bruce? Or you just vibing? I'm gonna turn this off because I'll be in another world. I've already kind of went there, so I got to come back up.
Another cross-generational collaboration you know, Donald Byrd and his, students at Howard University, Blackbirds, a group of his students at Howard University. So it's like, game being passed along, and
They took that game and ran with it.
you know, yeah, in different dimensions. They brought a youthful exuberance to the music. So
Cold blooded. in short words, cold blooded.
cold blooded.
I love So Fine.
Another note about those cats, the Blackbirds, from my jazz heads out there, DC saxophonist Andrew White did tons of albums on his personal label. I think it's Andrew White's Records, I believe is the name of the label. Infamous for those plain white sleeve albums that he did, sometimes with gold font. And members of the Blackbirds, then, that was the jazz funk stuff they did with Donald Byrd. But on Andrew White's stuff, they were playing kind of like post-bop modal, deeper, jazz groove. So it's cool to see those young cats being able to flex in multiple directions, So shout out to that. And those who do it today. Andrew's Music was the label. And Van Fleet dropping 54. That's crazy. This joint I'm going to be playing next. It's a Promo 45. Can't remember where I got it from, but I believe I got it somewhere in the Atlanta area by blues guitarist Mel Brown, who did several albums for the Impulse label in the late 60s and early 70s. Not sure what year this was from, 71, 72, but it's called Love Potion. And if my memory serves correct, I haven't listened to it in a while. It's like a double time, jazzy but blues type groove. Just a good feeling. So Mel Brown, Love Potion.
Hear you now. The music was over you.
Okay. Well, basically, what I was talking about is a melding of the worlds. Mel Brown, older blues cat playing this modern, early 70s funk groove, electric groove with electric keys and wah-wah guitar, backing him up, even with a little fuzz on it at times and phaser effects. just to be able to see that, transgenerational exchange of ideas, and see how that more original artists or older artists, translates, their talents, that soul, so to speak. So in addition to it being a vibe, it's got that character and content behind it. So it gives a full feeling when you're listening to it.
Oh, it's really full. Like it's definitely one of those meaty tracks, man.
And that really goes for any music that you dig on, anything that's authentic or what you feel is authentic,
That's true.
That's an idea that translates, so.
Well, I'm about to give you something that was authentic to me, man. This is the first, it's funny, I still got this. This is the very first album promo that I was ever given by an artist. And this is the mint condition definition of a band album promo. It was like only like 6 songs that they had on this from the definition of a band album that dropped in 97. But they went around to different radio stations, man. They had to do a lot of things themselves because I think that was around that time when that Perspective run was getting ready. I think this was the last album on Perspective, if I'm correct. But or if it may have been one more after this. Don't quote me on that. But I remember them coming around and they were giving these to different radio stations. And I remember Stokely literally gave me this, like, wow. And I felt like, oh, like, like somebody who I really respected his vocals and his drumming. Just a monster. But you're going to hear some of that on this. I think Chris Daddy Dave did a lot of drumming on this album, but Stokely did some too. But let's check it out, man. This song's called Raise Up. I don't want to ramble no more. It jams.
Yo, we about to learn this, man. You all right? Check. Count this off, man. Yo,
what's up, Calvin?
I don't know. Count this off, bro. 3, 4. Turn Larry down a little bit. People, tell me how we supposed to live together, wow, with no harmony between us. Tell me, can we work it out and stop this war? We got to raise up, 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 got to raise up. For the peace and the soul, and the soul. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, what? Vocalist, man. Just a real vocalist, bro. So cold that if you catch the Revolution performing, half of the songs they'll do with Stokely, half of the songs they do with the original Revolution. Like, he's singing Prince's parts. And it's a gentleman that can hold his own, literally. He ain't just some run-of-the-mill dude. Like, that whole Minneapolis family they're all lock, stock, and barrel, like real musicians, real vocalists, man. But it's one of my favorite songs by Mint Condition. It's called Raise Up, man. Like, yeah. Real band.
97.
Last band, bro. One of the last R&B bands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just I'm sorry, bro. I'm about to get it. I'm in a zone right now. Yeah, I just a real vocalist is. I'm a sucker for vocalists, like people who just like really use their instrument. Like I love that thing, man.
You know, I think we all are, man, in a sense, whether we know it or not. You know, whether we're active music lovers, on the search for different things, or just passive listeners. I think everybody really reacts to a good vocal. And, blessed are the ones who are able to deliver those vocals to us, 'cause that's really a gift. It's like a vessel. You're like a vessel. Those who can perform, and do these things that raise the spirit, they're really vessels, whatever you believe in, they're vessels of that positive, force, that positive life force. So, yeah, you got to raise up, got to give it up for them.
Calvin, that was Mint Condition. Yeah, that was Mint Condition, man. A definition of a band album. Vocals sound like Mint Condition. Yep. That's Stokely. Stokely, just a monster. Still putting out songs today. He got a brand new song called Cascade with a young lady named Bonfire. Go out and go check that out. You can still hear his vocals today. Actually featured that on this last night Rising Slow Jams I just did. Second song I played. Yeah, man. That's one of my people that I hold dear, man. So love you, Stoke.
And I got a joint that I feel like follows that up, actually. Came to my mind as soon as I heard, that nasty, slow tempo pocket groove with that heavy bass line, just stank nasty. You know what I'm saying? And it
Minneapolis funk, bro.
It brought me back to this right here. And I can't even say brought me back to, because I wasn't present in these times, but the sound brought me to this. Eddie Hazel's debut album, Games, Dames, and Guitar Things, produced by George Clinton, the minister of that nasty funk. And just amazing musicians all over this. I mean, Bootsy's playing drums and bass and guitar. Bernie Worrell's doing arrangements. Eddie Hazel just killing it on guitar. The background vocalists are the Brides of Funkenstein. You really can't go wrong. Got killer cover versions of California Dreamin'. Is my favorite version of California Dreamin' is on this album right here. The I Want You, She's So Heavy, the Beatles cover. I might have to play that this show. But the joint I'm going to go into, it's like, it has elements of gospel and it has elements of like, I don't even know what you would call it, like funk rock, heavy funk rock. And I guess that's the funkadelic Parliament sound in a nutshell, really.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so this joint is even on such a, psychedelic kind of crazy album. This joint is, even out there compared to the other joints. So Goes the Story by Eddie Hazel. Excuse me, I had that on 45 from the last jam. Take that back so we hear it properly. So Goes the Story. see that coming, you know. You know, in the conundrum that these industries have with the music, you know, they don't know whether to play that on black radio or rock radio, or how to, you know, pigeonhole it to try to, you know, incentivize it for themselves. And it's really, you know, about the spirit of the music, you know, regardless of how it's being translated, whatever sound it's being translated in, you know, you can't really pigeonhole the spirit of the music, you know what I mean? It's going to come out however we decide to put it out, you know? And that's what's important, not the stylistic things that we gravitate towards, you know, it's that overall, you know, that spirit of sound.
Unfortunately, a lot of that it's not really on the program director to pigeonhole it, but it's really on the sales, because the radio station is being sold as a certain way. So what happens is, like, in working in that, and I had to sit in many a meeting like that, the radio station is being sold a certain type of way. So the consumers, everything is built around the consumer. And when you throw in something like that, it's like a glitch in the matrix to them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, well, we didn't program for this. And therefore, it's like they're being closed-minded, but they're only bound down to the higher thing up to them, which is their paycheck. You see what I'm saying? So, man, I know so many program directors that would love to play stuff like that. That's why I respect radio stations like Radio Free, KJLH, owned by the Stevie Wonder, Radio Free, which they do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They play what they want to play, and I respect that. But when you own it yourself, you can do that. You know, when you're part of these corporations, you have to play what they tell you to play.
Shout out to WRFG in Atlanta as well. You know,
but that's a that's a different type of radio station though. That's a community radio station.
Right. I'm just shouting them out in the mix as well.
Yeah.
You know, on the dial. But yeah.
That's a KJLH is just like a V103. It's just like V103, except they don't have to follow that format of playlist. Like a community radio station is totally different. You got your own rules and you do whatever you want to do in situations like that also. But this is a but shout out to them too. I'm gonna keep it in the spirit of you know, Parliament Funkadelic players, you know what I'm saying? Getting ready to play LJ Reynolds, Trust in Me. You got none other than Bootsy playing on this song. You also have well, let's see here. We can continue this conversation. Let's see. Anytime you bring in research and focus groups, that's correct. That's correct. It's right. It's what stifles it. But you know, I'm coming from a different standpoint. I know when I speak on it, because it's like, hey man, that's your paycheck, and you came over here to go work for that radio station. You know what I'm saying? If you went to go work for the rock station, then you went to work for the rock station. You know, like if you went to the R&B station, you kind of know what you're gonna get. You go to the rock station, you kind of know what you're gonna get. Sometimes there's those songs that cross over, but having worked in that industry for 22 years, man, I tell you, that is the biggest fight right there, man. But again, it's the research. Those research departments, man, they pay a lot of money for that, and especially when you're in those groups like iHeart, who I've worked for, Intercom, which used to be CBS and they merged. I worked for them. Radio One. It's all kind of other Beasley Radio Group. I'm probably missing some more heavy hitters out there. Yeah, when you work for those guys, man, you're working for these big corporations, and at that point, creativity doesn't matter to them. What's the proven formula? That's why our radio sounds like Atlanta radio right now, because what's proven is what's jumping out of Atlanta. So everybody's coming with that out of Atlanta sound. Now back to some real music. We getting ready to go to LJ. Hey man, you see how I did that? Bless the Lord. We getting ready to take this thing to LJ Reynolds from the Traveling album. again, you got Bernie Worrell on the keys, you got Boosie playing on this thing, and the song's called "Trust in Me." A lot of you guys have heard it, and I'm gonna play it because I love it.
I guess we know each other very well, and I know only time will tell. Tell the trust you have in me. I'll be everything you want me to be. Trust in me. Trust in me. Believe in me. Whoa, trust in me. All I want is some security. Won't you please have some faith in me? We can make it. Make it if we
Can't never go
try.
wrong with nothing this fly, man.
I would never
Never.
tell a lie.
Never.
Trust in me.
Rest in peace to Bernie Worrell, man.
Trust in me.
It's just a beautiful album, bro.
Believe in me.
What you over there doing, man? Making arts and crafts? All you heard in the background was
You know, I got all these plastic sleeves, man. All my records is in plastic.
man, mute your mic in the background, man.
Yeah. Thanks for calling me on that.
Man, over there
I
making
definitely
arts
do
and
that.
crafts.
Thanks
Y'all heard
for
him in there.
bringing on music. But I was gonna say something, then I started crinkling. What was I gonna say? It had something to do with that LJ Reynolds album, which I was actually going to pass on my copy of the album right before that, and I decided not to after listening back to it. Amazing album. Peace, brother.
Yes, very. From top to bottom, man. Traveling, you can't go wrong. Call me. You know what I'm saying? Special effects. I mean, I know I've played a lot of this thing out and about over the years, man. And a lot of people have too, man. I ain't the only one, man. So shout out to everybody who knows good music.
Bernie Worrell, I had the chance to see him in concert. That's what I was going to say. In my hometown, 2011,
Is that where you got the autograph? Remember you had the autograph record?
Yeah. So about a year before he passed, or so. And I got to speak with them for, about 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes before sound check and stuff. And he autographed my copy of All the Woo in the World, which is an amazing album. He was classically trained. He was just wild. He could do everything.
Right.
But yeah, so that was an amazing experience, something I'll never forget. And that you could definitely tell that was a P-Funk jam, a P-Funk groove with that, man. That Bernie Worrell synth bass, man. Brum, 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 brum. I'm gonna follow that up with another genre jumping artist who then went on to make many classic hit records. That's James Mtume. And this is my favorite James album outside of the two jazz records he did as a leader, jazz. The one on Strata East, and then the one, I forget the name of the label, that came out later in the 70s, or was reissued after it was originally recorded later in the 70s. But this is my favorite Mtume, like soul joint, by far. And the thing about Mtume, which I think just makes him great, shout out to Reggie Lucas as well. I believe we lost Reggie not too long ago. So rest in peace to Reggie Lucas, a visionary, came out of Miles Davis band along with Mtume and Michael Henderson, and really laid a blueprint for, Black music from like 76 to like 82 at least, were probably like the heavy years when they were writing for, Stephanie Mills and Phyllis Hyman and, all these other acts who they wrote and produced for. Just an amazing talent, and it's beautiful that he's still here with us. So because he's a large part of a musical lineage that runs so deep, But the joint I'm gonna play is Love Lock. I'm gonna use the word again. I don't care if I sound corny. It's another bop. Love Lock is a bop. And just a great groove, a wordless groove. So, Mtume, Love Lock. Any moment now. Lay down a serious groove. That transition from being, a percussionist to, composing for larger groups, which I guess he did early on in his career as well, because his uncles featured him on many of their recordings for labels like Muse, Percy Heath, Albert Heath, rest in peace to Percy, who just passed away recently at lived to be in his mid-90s, which is, we were blessed to have him here for such a length of time to where, he could educate generations before us and we still had him, so it was a multi-generational thing again. I just keep pointing these things out, I guess, but it's a common thread in all beautiful music. It takes from, it grows off of, what was previously done. So, Mtume, Love Lock, beautiful composition. Shout out to all the musicians on it. I was gonna go on a bunch of other tangents about the other musicians, but I'm gonna save that and
hey man,
drop something, brother.
I'm with it. Shout out to James Mtume, another artist that I had the opportunity to interview, man. So big love to Mr. Mtume. Where I'm getting ready to go right now is I'm about to take it to Ray Goodman and Brown. This song is called Waiting for Dawn. Beautiful song, man. They were friends of my aunt Brenda, the one we always talk about, the Warner Brothers promoter. She did work with them early, so a lot of Ray Goodman and Brown records I have were her personal records that they given her. So we can run this is one of those records. Well, this one I actually found out here. I'll be bringing all the ones she gave me back out here in a week or two. But here we go. Waiting for Dawn. Outside of that, it's gonna come in real smooth.
Nothing takes the place of you in my arms. You were the only one to show me, to know me, and I can't get you out of my mind. When you left me, you took the best of me. Now lately, girl, I find I'm lying awake through the night, just waiting. Girl, I'm waiting for the light of dawn. You know I'm waiting for dawn. Girl, I'm waiting for the light of dawn.
That's why I tell y'all Night Rides and Slow Jams is undefeated, bro. Cause you getting stuff like this. You can still make babies to this.
It's not too late.
Bruh. There's so much beautiful music out there, man. So much beautiful music. We don't all have to pull from the same songs, man. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go so hard for R&B, man, because it's so many songs like this that you could just pull from, man, and just everybody don't have to play the same songs. But yeah, I won't get into that.
Yeah. Go for what you like. Do what you like.
But just don't copy everybody because that's what everybody doing. That's the only thing I'm saying. A lot of times, man, like it just gets boring. If I can say this, a lot of times here lately, people have been asking me, really, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay. Why hasn't Night Rides and Slow Jams sounded like Night Rides and Slow Jams? What does it sound like? Sounds like this. I've been kind of getting tired of playing, to be honest with you, man, because I've been seeing a lot of people kind of picking from it. You know what I'm saying? Which is beautiful, like a form of flattery. So what I just started doing was just doing my own thing. I just started playing 90 songs. And then this episode, I went and enlisted my niece, man. And we played songs from the day. But the end of this month, I'm on y'all's head again. What'd you say?
Going back to getting the pulse of the people, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro. Yeah, because at the end of the day,
lose touch.
No, because I know this R&B music so well, bro, that I mean I could go to any decade and get down with you. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, you know, like I get real competitive when we get into this lane.
Hey, man, that just shows that you love what you know what I mean? You love
I do, bro.
You love what you love.
I do, man. You come on this football field, though, I'm sticking you. Super Bowl time coming up, man. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Still a sports radio cat, so I still got that in my veins. Not really. I'm not that guy anymore.
All right, so we winding down here for the evening, and this is a joint that I love listening to at night and early in the morning. Early in the morning is my favorite time to listen to music. Before sunup, going into sunup. I like to get an early start on my days off, and I try to wake up early in the morning and pot of tea, with some honey and some lime, get my system up for the day, feeling good. That's one thing I advocate heavy for. Everybody out there watching, drink tea, herbal teas. Like every morning I drink, every morning I drink.
I had my mic off, but I had to giggle. I think it's real, but it's just funny. This is the old man Bruce coming out in young man form. That's why I always laugh. That's all. Great job.
And I say this not to preach, but it's really good. Hibiscus petals, dried hibiscus, fresh ginger. I cut it into slices, and then moringa. So I put all those together, make a pot of tea, lime, maybe some honey, and it makes you feel good, especially when you're listening to music on a day off or a day of relaxation. So I just wanted to share that because I feel like that's how you can get maximum enjoyment when listening to a song from this talented woman, Dee Dee Bridgewater. This was a Japanese release. The album was titled Afro Blue after the Mongo Santa Maria song and features an amazing version of that song. But this Japanese only 45 was then pressed up a couple years back. Shout out to DJ Junior of Record Breaking Music out of Philadelphia, Philly, Pennsylvania. He shot me a copy of this, so big ups. And there's two covers on this. You got a Philly cover, People Make the World Go Round, written by Tom Bell and Linda Creed. And then you got a Black Jazz label cover of, not Black Jazz, it's Bobby Hutcherson cover of Little B's poem. I'm just thinking of Doug Karn covering Little B's poem for the Black Jazz label on his the one album on that label. But this is Dee Dee Bridgewater's version of Little B's poem. I'm gonna read some lyrics real quick because I feel like that'll help endear it, to those listening. Won't you know you make my heart sing, rejoice, rejoice, let all the bells ring. For Little B, you are my heart's delight. You make life sunny and bright. Little B, you're what my heart sings for. You're all my heart sings for. So it's a song about a child and, a parent loving a child. So it's just good vibrations, That's a beautiful love, the parent-child love. So yeah, we're about that on Music is the Key too, all kinds of love. And music is the key to that, and this is Little B's poem by Dee Dee Bridgewater. This time I had it on 33.
Rejoice, rejoice, let all the bells ring. For Little B, you are my heart's delight. You make life sunny and bright. Little B, you are all my heart sings for. Before you came and brought us such joy, how we hold You make life sunny and bright. Little B, you are all my heart sings for. Shut up, God, little B, should have waited.
It's just a beautiful song. I'm a sucker for childlike melodies.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel like when I was a kid growing up and hearing certain things and remembering how that made me feel, you know. It's just a child hearing certain kinds of music, you know. And it's just an amazing feeling. So compositions like Bobby Hutcherson's Little B's poem, which we just heard, they definitely get all in the feels, man, for me.
I can hear a little kid saying, "That's my song." You know what I'm saying? Like, like being proud of that. That's my song. You know, that's funny, man. Well, that's your closeout song? You gonna close that out with that, or?
You want to take us away, or what?
We can do one more. We can do one or two more. I'm with it.
Yeah, let me do one more.
All right, it's all good. You were talking about your favorite songs to listen. You like to listen to songs, in the morning or at night, right? Something like that. You said. I wanted to make sure I got it right. In the morning and at night.
Yeah, especially more so in the morning.
In the morning, yeah. I like to. I didn't realize that I like to listen to music with people. You know what I'm saying? Or just like a one-on-one situation, really, just sitting back, just with loved ones, really, just listening to music. You don't even have to talk. You don't have to do nothing. You just sit there and you just enjoy the music together. And I never really had that opportunity to feel like that, or even know what that felt like until, over the last year. So, I'm so grateful. But here's definitely one of those songs that, I would sit and enjoy with the loved one. This song is called "I Can Make You Feel Good" by Shalimar. It's just a beautiful bass line, just a beautiful groove to the song. And it's just wonderful, man, just to chill with one another.
Kind of put your heart on the line on those days I don't reach. Cause unlike other guys, I won't waste your time. I just wanna practice what I preach. Girl, I can be such a talent, a game where there can be two winners. Unlike any sport, it depends on the prize and knowing where the real thing lies. To make a long story short, baby, I can make you feel good. I can make you feel good. Anything is good enough on ya. Baby, I can make you feel good. I can make you feel good. Say I really
It's a good feeling song, man.
there's guys that offer you
Just a good groove, man. Out of Solar Records, man. Shout out to Leon Silvers, the third, man, for dropping this thing.
guys say that they can give you the world. Well, the world of love is what you get from me.
Leon really left quite the legacy. Still is leaving a legacy.
That's right.
Keep it a buck. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? He's still here with us, a genius that we should definitely give
going after
flowers to.
I'm going after him. I need that interview this year. I think, I made sure that I grabbed one of our greats in Kashif, but I definitely got to talk to him. Like, he's somebody I have to talk to. I have so many musical questions for that gentleman. And yeah, you'll be seeing them very soon. That's all I can say about that.
All right. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be my final cut. I wasn't sure what I was gonna play, but I flipped past it a few times earlier, and the album, it's a 45. Well, I'll show y'all. It's my last cut. Let me pick it up real quick. Promo 45. Eddie Harris, Carry On Brother, from his Live at Newport album. Super dope album. Don't overlook it because it's $4 or $5. It's priceless. You know, it's good music. And Eddie Harris, he was definitely, in hindsight, he was an amazing player, but kind of unsung in the sense that the depth of his albums wasn't really, I feel like people didn't really know about it, know how deep he was. And maybe it was because of the label he was on or how he was marketed or whatever. But just a phenomenal musician and straddling all kinds of, lanes with style. This is a joint, my favorite from the album. A drawn out intro, just real, I don't know how else to say it, just raw, a raw drum groove with the horn talking over it. Just an amazing song. Carry On Brother by Eddie Harris. When that blues is in the music, getting back on that again.
Right. A spirit behind it, man.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
I like that thing. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking of Questlove just sitting there drumming. Sound like something Questlove. It sounds like a drum set that Questlove were going by. If you listen to it. Brucey B got his family on his stage.
Call me. I don't recognize. I don't know the screen name on Twitch.
Well, your cousin. Your cousin is on here watching you live stream.
Yeah, much love, much love.
Family affair.
It's a family affair. Eddie Harris still talking to him. What's that? Was that Big Boy's barbecue sauce?
Was it? Was that Big Boy's barbecue sauce, man? That vinegar and molasses base? It's Sophia.
Oh, hey Sophia.
I think we need to go ahead and give away one of these bottles, man. We need to give away one of these bottles. We got 4 bottles to give away. We can give away, we got plenty enough time to give them away, but we're going to give away one of them tonight.
So
how should we give that away, Bruce?
Do you have any questions off the top of your head?
Nah, man. I don't.
All right. So let's do it like this. The first person, the second person to shoot us a DM gets a free bottle of Big Boy's barbecue sauce
on the Instagram page. You have to DM the Instagram page.
Yes, music is the key. Follow the page, and the second person to DM us gets a free bottle of Big Boy's barbecue sauce delivered right to your doorstep. Straight out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania. With the soul of North Carolina, that the vinegar and molasses base. It's just good, man.
It's so good that I almost mopped through one of these. The first bottle that I already got already. Like, see, I mean, y'all can see. Hold on, man. I'm gonna blow this thing up for our viewers that are listening. I want you guys to see this. Like, I've already mopped. I done already been through that first one. This one looked like I'm gonna be ordering some more, man. So, yeah, these are mine. You can't have these, but we're definitely. You guys definitely need to jump into that thing, man. I had a good time. Just
Shout out
tasting
to our
it.
sponsors.
Much love, man. And also shout out to Pound for Pound Meals. I
Yes.
went and got my 10 meals today. Those 10 meals were dropped off by one of the great staff members over there, man. I would show y'all the chef special, but it would make me hungry. So I'm going to wait until after this show before I even pull that thing out. But the last song that I'm getting ready to share with you guys is by a gentleman who goes by the name of Dreamcast, and the song is called Liquid Deep. I stumbled across this song on YouTube a couple years ago. You know, just sometimes you can get in one of those YouTube like just holes, like, and I fell down like a rabbit hole. I was just searching for like new music, listening to things that in the funkier realm that I wasn't put up on, or things I hadn't heard, and I came across this song by a gentleman named Dreamcast, and I was like, wow, like the video game. and yeah, I was like, okay. So I clicked the button and I heard this beautiful rendition of a song. Check this out. It's called Liquid Deep.
Moments turn to hours. It's that type of life. Running from the shadows. Gotta turn the light. I've been running from myself now. I've been in and out of line. Just racing to the sunset, baby. Come and find what this is about. It's just that liquid deep. That liquid deep. It's that liquid deep. It's the life that I'm about.
This cold music, man. Dreamcast, Liquid Deep.
I like those little in the beginning, the little background chit chat.
Yeah. Oh, when he was.
Yeah, just added in the background. Yeah.
And if you watch the video, it's just as cool as the song is, man. It's this dude just walking around with a cup in his hand. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what is this? Yeah, it was around like 2017 when I found this, and that's when this came out. So yeah, just a good groove, man. You know, I like these kind of grooves, man. Just some of the nice groove to it, man. It's got my heart the whole time. So yeah, man. Liquid Deep by Dreamcast.
You know if this cat has put anything out recently?
You know, I would probably have to do a little more research on him to see. To be honest with you, I never saw anything else that and I'm looking on a database that I have. I've never seen anything else that he put out outside of this. Now that doesn't mean that I'm the end all be all to anything, because I am not. But as far as what I know, well, he has an album that came out in 2018 called The Lost Tapes. It was a promo album. And he dropped a bunch of like independent singles. So he has some last year dropped. So I guess I need to go back and revisit some things. But yeah, he has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6, 7, 8, about 8 different singles out right now, man. So
Putting in work. He's put
yeah,
in work.
he's definitely put in work, man. And just thank everybody who was here with us tonight. You know, got down with us, man. It was very much appreciative. Hey, we went a little longer than what we normally do, man. That was pretty cool.
Much love, RC, Sophia,
Yeah,
Kieran, Needle Groove,
yeah. Calvin, Leah,
Willis.
yeah,
Yeah.
Leah, Deidre. Shout out to everybody, man.
Yeah.
Stop
Much
by.
love to y'all.
And the people who we don't even know that's watching and listening right now, man. Shout out to you. Thank you, guys.
Shout out to all the haters in the background. You know what I mean?
There's no haters in the background, man.
Yeah, man. All the haters in the background. Y'all are just fueling the fire.
Why do you sound like me right now and I sound like you? What is happening right now? There's no one fueling our fire. We are not hated. We are loved. I feel love right now. Why did I sound like Who Kid right now? We are loved. Yeah, we are loved.
Hey,
Yeah.
but one thing's for certain, you know, music is the key.
Yeah.
Forward ever, backward never. Music is the key.
Was you about to bust a rhyme? Like, is that something I should know? Or I feel
forward ever, backward never. Basic principle of life, man. Forward ever, backward never.
so. That's the tagline to go out every week, huh? Forward never, forward ever, backward never. That's what you want to do, man.
Yeah, we can apply it wherever we feel, you know, it's most useful.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna give you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna meditate on that one a little bit. Forward ever, backward never. You know what I'm saying?
There's history behind that one too.
I know it is. Going on and give us a taste of it because it's on your tongue right now. I know you're ready to tell it. Tell it. Tell it.
You know, music is the key, and it was a forward ever, backwards never was a slogan from the late Maurice Bishop. Was the leader of Grenada's revolution from 79 to 83. So it's just a slogan that has universal principles to it, you know, forwards ever, backwards never. You know, the things that have bound us in the past, you know, we're moving forward from that, you know, getting our strength and moving forward from that and not going back to it, you know, not allowing that to drag us back. So it's a good principle to apply, you know, wherever you are in whatever situation. Forward ever, backward never. And music is the key. You know, when you add a little music to it, you know, life can be a beautiful thing, you know. Progress and music. Progress and music.
Hey man, we can only have one slogan to end with, bro. Like you got to pick one.
Music is the key.
What you got coming up, Bruce? What you got coming up this week?
Coming up this week, man, I don't have anything dropping this week, but I have a few things in the pipeline for February and March coming up. Some mixes I'm working on, and the Universal Rhythms radio show, Everything is Everything, which I believe.
When does that drop?
I believe it's slated for the first week or the top of the second week of March.
Okay.
But we'll know a little closer to the time. I'll have that info for you all. And yeah, man, just trying to keep things moving, listen to good music, learn as much as I can. Eat healthy when I remember to. Drink my tea.
You eat healthy all the time. Cut it out.
Don't venerate the man, venerate the principles.
There you go again with these doggone slogans, Bruce. I can only digest one of these. Which one am I supposed to take? I'm going to listen back to these 100 times anyway. So I'm going to apply what that applies. Tell me about that.
Don't venerate the man, venerate the principles. Well, you know, human beings, we're liable to go off course.
I I go off course all the time.
Right. It's pretty hard to stick to these different notions of morality that we have for ourselves and different systems that exist. But now I got a little caught up with that one.
Yeah, you're about to. That was that
I'm
liquid
sorry,
deep. That was that liquid deep right there, man. Dum dum. You gave us that liquid deep right there, man.
My mind started zoning, thinking about some other stuff mid thought.
All right.
Actions and tangents. But music is the key.
There it is.
Forward ever, backwards never. And don't venerate the man, venerate the principles, because the principles are the ideals. Man corrupts those ideals, but the principles remain. That's what I was getting at. Excuse me for losing my train of thought.
It's okay, man. I didn't even crack no jokes in there. I didn't even smirk. I was literally like, whoa, I need to know. Like that it sounds like something deep that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I can tell when you get a certain look in your eye. When you get a certain look in your eye, it's like, it ain't no joke. So I was like, yo, man, that's why I'm like, tell me about that. Because you had that locked look in your eyes. I was like, oh, okay. Sometimes you got that joke look, but you didn't have no joke in your eye at that point. So
I'm like, focused, man. Stop to holler at me, man.
Here we go. Okay, I see what you just did. I see what you just did. This week, man, I think
what you got going on, man?
Concentrating on dropping these. They might be taping shows, to be honest with you, man. We had the return of Peaks and Valleys last week, so they dropped. It was funny because I kept saying on Wednesday because that was their original release date, but they drop on Thursdays. These shows drop on Wednesdays on SoundCloud and Apple Podcast, and that RSS feed. It's an RSS feed, so if you go there looking for it, you basically have to look for They Might Be Taping. But if you need to get at it, just DM me at just Daryl on Instagram, and I'll definitely just send you the RSS feed. Also, everything else that's going on, man, I'm ready to literally. I think my mind is so encompassed with going to Atlanta, man, to just go ahead and make. I've been trying to make this trip for the longest. You know what I'm saying? To get my things, and I think my brain is so scattered. So I think that's pretty much what I'm locked in on, like a pit right now. Yeah.
So how many cubes do you have here in Atlanta?
Listen, we got right now, I would say full is probably about 18 cubes. 18 cubes, because it's things up under this one right here also. So 18 cubes right now. It'll be well more than 18, but we won't. I'm going to position it to where we won't even be counting cubes, man. I don't even want to get in that. I've really been thinking about that here lately, man. Like, how am I going to position this? Because I've been watching. Remember, man, if you can remember when I first started lining up stuff like that to do, remember, a lot of people used to DJ on the wall. There wasn't a lot of people who DJ'd out in front of their stuff. So, like, my mind is always thinking of what can I do now? You know what I'm saying? Like, once I start seeing everything starting to look the same, it's like, what's next? And that's always where my mind is. It's never, I'm naturally competitive. I've always been like, I'm a short guy. So, short guys are always like, let's just
complex.
Keep it. Yeah. I don't really have a complex. It's just almost just like, let me just go ahead and show you I can bust your tail. I guess that is a complex. But it's just a matter of I'm always trying to figure out what I could do next. That's really how my brain has always worked. I was always taught never settle, never blend into the crowd. You can't blend into a crowd. And I think I've always took that on. So I'm always thinking of what's next. And man, that's really where my brain is right now, man. There's a gospel show that's getting ready to be dropping, and a sports talk show that'll be dropping here. And, I'm looking to try to find I'm one of my athlete friends, man. I'm trying to find more of a retired name that doesn't need money. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that'll just do it. Or I might just end up finding somebody that played a professional sport, on a high level that, maybe he'll come on and do it. But I definitely want to, man, it's just so many things going on in my brain. And then we're getting back into the live. We'll be getting back into the live music thing on Twitch. I'll be definitely getting back to that once I have my arsenal. I have a nice arsenal here, man, but I'm spoiled. I'm not going to do something unless I really want it, unless it's the way I want to do it. So, that'll be that, man. But, I appreciate everybody for getting down with us this week, man. This was really fun.
Much love.
It was really fun. And we may have a taped show next week. We make, because we have the capabilities of taping it. So if you guys are here, that's just a maybe. I won't know yet, but we may be taping it. So if you're live streaming with us next week and you're wondering, man, what happened to the chat? Why did not? It's not that we're ignoring you. We just may have taped the show. So
are you saying that they might be taping?
They always are taping, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see that? You see how you got that pun on words, man? That's that MC in you coming out, man. I see what it is, man. What was your rap name, Bruce?
Bruce Phillips.
Oh, okay. All right. I tried to rap, man. My name was D-Rock, man. It didn't work though,
D-Rock.
D-Rock, man. D-Rock. You know what I'm saying? D-R-O.
C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
D-R-O-K.
Yeah, you got it. D-R-O-K. D-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was his man. Yeah, I don't know why I tried to do that, man. I sounded like Warren G. I was not good. Well, Warren G was good, but I was not good. Like all of my flows was Warren G's flow. Like something that he said. It was always something that he said. So it was just like that. In my every time I would freestyle, somehow the word rapping on the mic would come out of it. And peace, I'm out, I love y'all was somehow being that too. Like I was whack, man. So yeah, we all try to do something that I just realized that the instruments were more of my thing. I couldn't rap to save my life. I give you a good 8 bars, and then after that, I'm like whack, man. I was whack, bro. Hey, you just beat on the table and beatbox, bro. You good at that. Don't rap. So yeah, no more rapping for me, man.
No more rapping for me, Ala.
Oh man, I'm sure you was pretty nice. You guys, we'll see you guys next week, be it taped, be it live. We will be here. We will be here in some form. It will be different change of clothes, and we will definitely be here, and we'll be having fun. Will not be a past show. It will definitely be a new show, but we'll know some. We'll know a little bit more of that next week. But you guys stay tuned, and thank you for your support, like you guys have been doing. Bruce, you want to take us out?
Thank you all for the good vibrations. Not much more else to say.
There it is. Love y'all.